There's a deadly case of red tape for Mark in Diagnosis Murder in half an hour on BBC1. After we welcome back the doctors.
It's a brothel. Men come for sex.
But she's just a child. I can honestly say that any attraction I may have had for a certain vain and rather self-obsessed doctor fizzled out a long time ago.
I don't need a colleague who undermines my professional judgment whenever my back's turned.
I've got better things to do.
Yeah, go and stick your nose somewhere else where it doesn't belong.
Jane! The eggs are done.
I'm not really that hungry.
You're not going to make your mother eat on her own, are you?
All right then.
Just the way you like them.
Thanks.
Do you have something you want to tell me?
Like what?
I thought there might be a reason why you've been so preoccupied lately.
Preoccupied?
Does my little girl have a boyfriend?
No.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All the secret phone calls. And you're never here anymore.
Mum, when I get a boyfriend, you'll be the first to know. I better go.
See you later. Tom.
Linda?
How dare you show your face here?
Linda, we need... Jane!
Jane, go to your room.
Mum!
Jane, go now. I can't believe you'd come here. You're not welcome.
Please, Linda, this hasn't been easy.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for you.
I need to speak to you. It's about Jane.
You can just forget about Jane.
There's something I need to tell you.
I'm not interested in anything you have to say. Do you hear me? Get away from here!
It's not as simple as that.
Let me make it simple for you. Either you go, or I call the police.
Hi there, I'm Renee.
Oh, hello. I'm George. You settling in okay?
Yeah, everyone's been very helpful.
Good. Thank you. Well, welcome to the team.
Hey, Joe. It's yours.
Oh, thank you. Most kindly.
Ginny?
Brilliant.
Do you have mine ready? Okay. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
I just need a minute to check both of your boxes.
Should we come back?
I'll bring them to you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Craig, have you had a chance to talk to them yet about the case conference?
Not yet.
Well, we don't want anything flaring up between them today.
Okay, I'll organise it for tomorrow.
Great.
Jane is not part of our life.
Don't I get a choice in that?
He's no good for you. He's no good for anyone.
Doesn't he deserve a chance?
I gave him 1,000 chances. He's an addict. He threw every chance back in my face.
This is not about you. It's about me.
I did it for you. Everything I've done has been for you.
I know. You remind me about that every day.
That's not fair. Jane!
She needs to go to hospital for a proper examination. I'm a nurse, not a doctor. The bleeding could have been caused by any number of things. He needs to take some painkillers and get plenty of rest. Do you understand?
Hello, the Mill Health Centre. Rennie speaking. Hello. Who is this? Look, this isn't funny.
Help!
Can I get your name, please?
Stevenson.
I didn't get that, sorry. There's a woman freaking out on the phone.
Hello, this is Dr. Clay.
Panic attack.
Can you find a paper bag? And breathe into the bag. Deep breaths, okay? Breathe in. That's fine, just focus on taking deep breaths. All right, now that's sounding better. Can you tell me your name?
Linda.
Hello, Linda. Do you feel better now?
No, I don't.
Regular patient of mine. I better go and check on her.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm glad you called.
You shouldn't have come round to the house.
She needs to know.
I told you she'll never understand.
Do you still want to go ahead with this? Please don't feel like you have to.
Of course I do.
I don't deserve your kindness.
This way I'll get to know you.
Do you know, when I was coming off the drugs, I kept thinking about you and how, when I got better, I was going to make everything right. But you're the one who's making everything right for me.
I used to think about you as well. I never thought I'd see you again.
I'm impressed with how you dealt with everything. You've been so brave.
This is what I want. You go ahead and I'll meet you there.
I'll see you soon. Thanks for giving me this chance.
Yeah, great. I'll try and get over later. Come in. Yeah, it's definitely an exciting development. Yeah, no, sorry, not you.
Hey.
Hey. Looks like you've got a busy day ahead of you.
Oh, well, it's good to be busy.
So, how long have you worked here?
So long that telling you would give away my age.
I like a mature man. Not that you are. I mean, you barely look old enough to be out of medical school.
I know flattery will get you everywhere.
I hope so.
Is Mrs. Anderson in reception? Only I promised I'd see her before she goes to work.
I'll just go and check.
Great, thanks.
It's normal. Linda, you've had panic attacks before. You know how to get through them. Just brought this on.
The sight of a man I thought I'd never lay eyes on again.
Jane's dead.
How do you know?
I think you mentioned him.
Yeah, I'm sure I've told you all about him and how he destroyed my life. It took me years to pull myself out of that hole. Then this morning, there he is, standing at the front door.
Did he say why?
I didn't want to know. The worst thing was Jane was there. I just can't let that man get into her head.
Hi, the Farlands are looking for inoculations. Couldn't fit them in, could you?
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want to talk about it?
Actually, I could do with some advice.
Look, why don't I send the Farlands in, and then I'll come back after they've gone?
Thanks, Joe.
What are you doing? Jane, where are you going?
Mum, I can't talk to you about this.
What can't you talk to me about?
Dad.
Dad? You met him before today? Oh, no.
Please, don't start yelling again.
You don't know what he's like, Jane.
This is my chance to get to know what he's like.
What kind of father abandons his family?
He had problems. He's not like that anymore. He's recovered. He's changed.
People never change, Jane. They just get better at hiding what they're really like.
Always thought the worst of him.
Is that what he told you? I've seen him do things you would never believe.
Mum, I'm not a child. I do understand about drug addiction.
He's already poisoned you against me. Oh, no, Jane, no!
That's not what he looks like.
You've started shooting up.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Mum, of course I haven't.
Please, Jane, no more lies. Let me help you. Dr. Clay is downstairs. He can help you before it's too late. Please.
We need to have a review of Lucy Benedict's treatment.
Did Joe put you up to this?
No one has put me up to this. It's for the benefit of the patient and the practice.
Because you got it wrong.
We can discuss how best to go forward at the review.
Joe was away. What was I supposed to do? Let someone continue the wrong treatment till it was convenient with him?
Well, that's an issue you can bring up at the review.
Fine, I will. He should be thanking me, not attacking me.
Let's just try and keep an open mind for tomorrow, shall we?
I've got an open mind.
Mum, I'm not on drugs. I've been having blood tests.
Blood tests? Are you pregnant?
No. I've been having blood tests to see if I'm compatible with Dad.
I don't understand.
He's got cancer because he's got hepatitis C. He needs a new liver, and I'm going to give him part of mine.
Hepatitis C, that's from sharing needles, isn't it? Did your father tell you how he contracted it?
He hasn't used drugs in years.
But that's how he got it, isn't it? I don't believe this. After all these years, he shows up out of nowhere to take part of your liver. He really has sunk to new levels. If he has hepatitis C, it's his own fault. I don't see why you should have to sacrifice part of your liver for him. He doesn't deserve it.
This is why I couldn't tell her.
Jane, come back here!
Joe, it was horrible. We climbed into this room and I swear it was like nothing I've ever seen before. Dirty, nasty and smelly. This girl, Mina, was lying on one of the beds. Joe, she was just a child. She'd been abused by one of her clients. All the girls there being held against their will, forced to have sex. It's disgusting. They've taken away their passports and made them prisoners.
Oh, Michelle.
I tried to help her. But all I could do was dress her wounds and give her some gauze to keep it clean, but she really needed to go to hospital. But they wouldn't come with me. So I had to leave them there.
They're scared to leave. Where would they go? They're illegal.
Daddy made me promise not to tell anyone. So I had to climb out through the window and leave them in that horrible place.
You did the best that you could. It was a horrible situation. These girls come here expecting a better life and they're just taken advantage of.
I have to do something.
Michelle, this is something you can't deal with on your own. Now, you have to inform the police.
Well, if I do that, at best they'll be deported, and at worst, who knows? so scared.
So, what? You do nothing?
Thanks for coming in. Look, well, I did advise Jane to speak to you about this. Till today I thought she had.
And when is this supposed to happen?
It's scheduled for tomorrow morning.
I don't understand. I didn't even know you could give away your liver.
It is very new to this country, but it's possible to donate part of the liver.
Jane will be left with half a liver.
But the liver will regenerate itself within 12 weeks. It's the only organ we have which is capable of that.
That means surgery, right?
It's about an 8-hour procedure to excise part of Jane's liver.
8 hours. That's major surgery.
Yes, it is.
Tom must have coerced her. You've got to stop this.
I'm not in a position to stop it. It's in the hands of the surgical team.
Well, if you can't, I will.
Now, after you sign for the delivery, it is really, really important that you put it into the system, OK? Right, I'll just run through one with you. Now, the delivery files are in this folder here.
Yep.
And all our suppliers have got their own spreadsheet.
Great.
So, say the delivery was Medico, right? You find their spreadsheet.
Does Greg work out?
Don't know.
He's in great shape.
Yeah. Anyway, put down the time of the delivery.
You know, so often married men let themselves go and he hasn't.
No, I suppose not.
How long has he been married for?
It was last April, if I remember rightly.
Not very long then.
Joe, I've been thinking maybe we should have a review of the Lucy Benedict case.
I should think it would be a good chance for Nick to apologise.
Well, I think maybe we should focus on whether or not the patient is getting the right course of treatment.
Oh, right. So now you're questioning my ability to make a simple diagnosis.
No, Joe, of course I'm not. I'm just trying to ensure that the practice runs smoothly and we offer a good service for our patients.
That is my only concern.
Well, in that case, don't you think we owe it to them and the practice to talk about cases in a discerning manner?
Of course, Greg. I take your point. So, it'll be a chance for us to remind Nick that basic professional respect is the cornerstone of every practice.
Jane?
Please, Mum, don't start again.
Please, listen to me.
I already know what you're going to say.
I don't want to see you hurt.
Don't support me. Don't make things harder.
How can I do that? I raised you. I know what's best for you. And if it were me with this cancer, I wouldn't accept your liver.
I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions. You don't have to protect me anymore. He'll die without this.
Jane, you can't go through major surgery for him. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to me. This is something I can do to save his life. And, well, give me a chance of having a father.
How could you do this?
Hello, Linda.
I didn't think my opinion of you could sink any lower.
I wanted to discuss this with you. I tried this morning, but you wouldn't listen.
Why are you doing this to me?
I'm not doing it to you. Jane agreed to help me. I'm not here to upset you.
No, you're here to destroy me. To finish off the job you started 18 years ago.
I know I wasn't a very good person back then. I put you through hell, and I'm sorry for that.
If you were truly sorry, you would get up and leave. You wouldn't go through with this.
Our daughter is a marvellous woman, and that's all credit to you. She's mature, strong, and brave. This is something she wants to do. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't deserve it. But I'll finally get a chance to get to know my daughter.
It's your own fault you don't know her. You walked out.
I take full responsibility for all the mistakes I made.
Then pay the price.
Linda, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to die. But is that really something you want our daughter to go through? Knowing she could have saved me?
She should never have been put in this position. For once in your life, Tom, do the right thing. Refuse the transplant and disappear again.
That's not possible, Linda.
You haven't changed. Maybe you don't inject drugs anymore. But you're still the same selfish man.
They've both agreed to it, but I think it might be an idea to sit them as far away from each other as possible.
Oh, for heaven's sake, they're grown men. They're both professional doctors. They're just going to have to put their differences to one side.
Yeah, well, let's hope they agree.
Well, I'm sure you're going to handle it well.
Well, I appreciate the confidence. I just wish I felt the same.
Well, you're a charming, handsome man. Could win anybody over.
You think? Oh, very funny.
Well, I think you've got an admirer.
She's just trying to settle in, that's all.
More like settle down.
But, Julia, I'm a married man.
When did he first contact you?
About 2 months ago. He came to the house. The moment I saw him, I knew who he was.
You recognised him?
That photo you keep in the bedside drawer of the three of us.
You've seen that?
He told me he was going to die.
So he asked you to donate your liver?
It's not like that. I wanted to.
Why?
He's my dad.
He's never been a father to you. Why do you think I changed your name? To protect you from him?
No. I want to get to know him. I've always wanted to.
You never told me that. I didn't know.
I don't want to hurt you.
But, sweetheart, what you're doing now is hurting me.
Mum!
This is very serious surgery. Anything could happen. I couldn't cope if anything happened to you.
Nothing is going to happen to me. I'm going to be fine.
Please, Jane, don't do this to me. I'm begging you. I don't want to live my life without you.
Linda, obviously there are risks, but Jane will have the best of care. I'm sure everything will be okay.
I just can't deal with this. I can't cope. Jane, please. Please.
Okay, take deep breaths, okay? Try and settle yourself.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Mum, calm down.
What?
Please accept my decision. I knew she'd never understand.
You just have to do what you feel is best.
I know.
Sure, everything will be okay.
Thanks, Dr. Clay. Will you go and see if she's all right?
She's never spoken to me like that. So dismissively.
She's an adult who's made up her mind.
She's just trying to keep him happy. She's not thinking about the implications to her health. It's major surgery.
You're right, and what she needs now is your support.
I know what's best for her. She's a young woman with a brilliant future. She shouldn't be jeopardising that. Can't she see I only have her best interests at heart? I deserve her respect.
She deserves respect as well.
But she hasn't considered my feelings at all.
Linda, for once, stop thinking about yourself. Right now, your daughter's concerned about you and she should be getting support from you. She's about to face lengthy surgery with a long recovery, and it looks like she's going to have to face it all by herself. Now, is that really what you want? I have to get back to work.
Hi, I'd like to report an illegal brothel.
Oh, right there. Can you give me the address?
Yeah, I know the address.
Thank you, caller. Can you hold, please?
I can hold.
See you bright and early tomorrow, then.
I look forward to that.
Night. Night, Jimmy.
And don't worry about the case review. I'm sure you'll work something out.
Oh, I wish I had your confidence.
I'll make sure no one gives you a hard time.
Night, then.
Good night.
Night, Renee.
Good night, Jimmy.
Hancock's Half Hour and Nelson Mandela are some of the specialist subjects in Junior Mastermind, tonight at 7 here on BBC1. Next this afternoon, a young girl causes big problems for Mark in Diagnosis Murder. The one to watch tonight.